Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of want to talk about something that's a little more serious than my last video and some of my other videos will be. I have like a list over here of like some of the things I want to address, so I'm struggling with where to begin because it's kind of like not the easiest thing to talk about in the world, but I struggle with severe anxiety and depression, and the last few weeks I've been having a really hard time with it, and I want to be open about it. Something I want this channel to be is an honest and safe place. I've noticed some YouTubers talk a lot about mental health, and I want to be one of those people that's open about it, because I feel like there's not enough people who openly talk about it and share their stories. And I want to be one of those people. I want to be someone that others can relate to and look up to, and I hope that me talking about these things and being honest can maybe help some of you feel like you can be open and honest about things. And that having anxiety and depression, it's not something to be ashamed of. So many people have it in so many different forms, and not everyone expresses it. Not everyone even really realizes that they have it, or that that's what they're going through. And so I hope that me talking about it can maybe help people feel more comfortable with the fact that they have it, because it's not a bad thing. There are so many stigmas about it, but you know, there doesn't need to be. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's literally just like a hormonal and chemical imbalance in your brain, and that's okay. You know, not everyone works the same way. Not everyone's minds work the same way. But that was a long ass intro. But yeah, that's kind of, that's what I want to be. As I want to be open and honest with you in a comfortable and safe space, as I said. So I hope that I can hopefully make people feel comfortable with who they are, and that it's okay to talk about it. You don't need to be ashamed about it. And I'm always here for you guys. Like, you can message me on any of my social media platforms. You can comment here, and we can just have an honest and open and non-judgmental discussion about it. Yeah, so I just want to start off by saying, you know, I have severe anxiety and depression. I've had anxiety my entire life, but I was diagnosed with depression about 6 years ago, and it's been rough. There have been on and off periods. Like, I will generally have a time where I'm doing really well for a few months, and I'm like, finally it's gone, but then something hits me and sends me back. And I've been kind of dealing with that lately. It's been really rough. For those of you who don't know, I am from Wyoming, but I am currently studying and going to school in Florida. I'm very far from my family. None of my family lives on the East Coast. Like, no one. Like, I know no one family-wise on the East Coast. And I've been really struggling with missing my family lately. I've been having some severe anxiety as well. Like, I haven't really slept in the last like 3 weeks. Like, it's been, I either can't fall asleep, like it takes me until like 4:30 in the morning to actually be calm enough to fall asleep, or I fall asleep okay, but then I wake up consistently throughout the night. Like, every hour or so I wake up, and then I'm awake for a long time, and then I finally fall back asleep again, but then I wake up again. It's just kind of a vicious cycle of just no sleep. And when I do actually sleep, it's not like real sleep. It's because, you know, like, I keep waking up, and then I have like really bad anxiety dreams, which you just don't get good sleep on. So I've been taking a lot of naps during the day, and that helps. That's like when I get my only like good sleep. and those have helped, but I also feel like they aid in me not sleeping at night. So I've been trying to not take as many as that I can actually sleep at night, but it's just vicious because I've just been so tired mentally and physically. I'm just exhausted. Um, there have been a lot of reasons as to why I haven't been sleeping, at least things that I think I can pinpoint that have kind of triggered it. I'm not trying to call anyone out, I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, but I have had some drama with friends that has really destroyed me inside. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not gonna go into details or anything, but and I've just been feeling really alone the past couple weeks. I feel like none of my friends, like there's no one that has like truly been there for me. And you know, like when I say I want to be alone, I don't really want to be alone. It's like one of those situations. I just want to be clear. I am not looking for sympathy. I am not looking for pity. I am not trying to victimize myself or seek attention. I'm just trying to be honest and be like, this is my situation and this is what I'm going through. But yeah, so it's been really rough in that department. And so that's what started it. That's what started kind of the no sleep, the whirlwind of emotions that have been happening inside of me. And then, as I'm sure most of you know, a week ago from today, I don't know if this is when I'll be posting this video, but a week ago from today, there was the shooting in South Florida. I fortunately live in North Florida, but it really messed me up. For some reason, I feel like a really strong connection to what happened. And it's just been really bad. And when stuff like that happens, like I try to learn as much as I can about it so that I can have like proper conversations about the subject. So when it first happened, I was reading all kinds of articles from different news sources to make sure I was getting the right information. And so I kind of knew everything at the time that it happened. Like I knew what happened. I don't know, it just really messed me up anxiety wise. I'm really on edge. I'm afraid like something's gonna happen. You know, like I keep picturing all of these scenarios. I keep picturing what would happen at my school if it happened. You know, stuff like that. Like it was just really triggering to my anxiety. And something I've been really struggling with is the fact that the kid who did it has autism. And a lot of people are using that as an excuse as to what he did. Even our president has been saying he's mentally unstable. He's all of this stuff. And it's like, that is not a reason why someone shoots up a school. My brother is autistic, and so I kind of had this realization today. I was talking with my friend Kaylin, and we were talking about it. You know, and it's like, they're blaming autism on this kid because he had autism, so this is why he did what he did. And it really, I don't even know how to describe it. It sucks, I think is like the most blunt way to say it. I'm afraid of what's gonna happen because of this autism blame. And blaming it on, well, he's mentally ill. I know plenty of mentally ill people who would never shoot up a school. By textbook definition, I'm mentally ill because I have anxiety and OCD and depression. Did you hear that? We'll get to that in a minute. And you know, and I would never imagine shooting up a school. And so I've just been really struggling with that, and I don't really know how to describe like how it makes me feel. But I just know that it really struck something inside of me, I guess. But I'm afraid of what's gonna happen to the autistic community. It really scares me because, as I said, my brother's autistic. I have many autistic friends. I've worked with autistic kids like my entire life. I've volunteered with Special Olympics multiple times, and I'm like genuinely scared of what's going to happen. And I think that has a lot to do with my anxiety lately. When my anxiety gets triggered, and when I have extreme anxiety, I tend, well, okay, so I've had anxiety my entire life. My brother and I growing up did what siblings did. Like, he would always try to scare me with ghosts. Ghosts were a big part of my anxiety as a child. They still are. They still do affect my anxiety. The school I go to is in one of the most haunted cities in America. The school itself, the dorm I'm living in, is said to be extremely haunted. Like, there are so many stories. You can look them up. Like, there are so many stories about it. And because my anxiety has been triggered, I have been having a really hard time sleeping with the idea of ghosts. It sounds silly when it comes out of my mouth, but it's a very real thing. Because I can't relax. Because every little noise, like the one we just heard, like every little noise, every slight shift, every wind, everything makes the hair on my neck stand up. It makes me on edge, and it makes me like, what is happening? You know what I mean? Like, it just really freaks me out. So I have to sleep with lights on. I have to check and make sure doors are locked. I have to, you know, shine my flashlight around the room to make sure there's no one in here. And it sounds ridiculous, I know, but like, it's just how I am. And I wish I could explain why I am that way, but I have no idea. I just can't stand it, and so I can't relax enough to fall asleep. And that's what part of my problem is right now. I was trying to relax with the idea of ghosts in my room. It's been really hard. But yeah, and I don't have a roommate, and so, and I don't know, like, as much as I enjoy living alone and living in my own space and having my own space, having someone at night with me helps me. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That was genuine. Oh my god. It's just my fan turning on. It's just the AC turning on. But it turns on so violently that genuinely just scared the living shit out of me. Because I'm talking about it and then it turned on, and I knew I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it while I've been filming this the whole time. I've been waiting for that thing to turn on. Oh my gosh, okay. We're good, we're focused. What was I even talking about? Oh, so like living with someone, like having someone with me, like helps me calm down enough to sleep, and like, I don't know, I put on this brave front, like, oh yeah, my anxiety doesn't bother me, I'm fine, and I don't know. So I just need, and it helps me sleep. It like helps me calm down enough to sleep. And so I think I just need to like pretend that someone is actually living with me, and I have to put on that brave front. I don't know how to deal with it. I've been thinking about going to one of the counselors on campus just to get like coping mechanisms and like ideas that can help me sleep, because I'm desperate to sleep, like have a good night's rest. But yeah, and a lot of it is I've also been missing my family like crazy. Like I've had serious homesickness for the last like 3 weeks, and I think that has definitely played a role in it as well. But my dad is coming to visit in like 3 weeks, and then I'll be going home for spring break, so that'll be nice. But yeah, and I just have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now that's been kind of very stressful, very exciting, but very stressful. And yeah, I guess that's just kind of where I'm at with everything, is I'm just trying to figure out life, I guess. I don't know, this conversation isn't exactly going as I had planned it to go. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about. I just knew I wanted to sit down in front of the camera and have a conversation about how I've been feeling. Yeah. I really don't know what else to say. I guess I have written down here, talk about ways I have been trying to cope with it, and talk about where I can go from here. Like really cheesy things. Trying to cope with it is like, I don't know. I hate when people tell me just to deal with it, to just live with it, and it's like, I've been doing that my entire life, and I don't want to just live with it. I want to get rid of it, and I know it's impossible to get rid of, but there's got to be something else I can do to calm it down, you know? And like I said, I really want to be honest with you. I take medication. I take an anxiety med, and I take a depression med. I also take birth control, and that's to help with hormones and cramps and all of that stuff. And also, I'm in college, but anyway. And so, like, you know, like that helps, but it doesn't solve it. And I was actually thinking about maybe doing a medication stigma video and talking about, you know, some of the stigmas of medication and how, you know, everyone has different coping mechanisms, and that taking medication is not something to be ashamed of, and it's okay to take it. So if you want to see that video, please let me know down in the comments, because it's something I'm interested in filming, and I'll probably film it anyway, but yeah, so where I can go from here, I guess, is to just be more honest about it and be more honest with myself and realize that it's okay. And like I said, I think I'm like seeking help in a sense, I guess, because I want to know more coping mechanisms. So if you guys have coping mechanisms or things that work for you to help you relax enough to sleep, please let me know down in the comments, because they can be so helpful to me. They can be helpful to other people. I just want this to be like a comfortable space where we can share and be honest and not judgmental of one another. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video and you're watching, and thank you for listening to me and my journey. This is definitely not all of it. There's so much more I could talk about. But yeah, this is the first installation of mental health discussion, I guess. But yeah, I would be very interested to know what you guys struggle with. If you want to talk about it, please feel free to comment down below. Please comment suggestions as to what I can do to calm down at night. Sleeping better. I do take melatonin, but it doesn't always help. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed listening. I guess I don't know, I feel like that's kind of a weird thing to say at the end of something like this, but I know it's not necessarily enjoyable. But if you feel like you can connect with me in some way, I guess just leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more mental health talk later on, and funny makeup challenge videos and all sorts of stuff are coming your way. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.